Hey guys, I'm Delta, and today I am going to be explaining my predictions about wide-body big planes at Luton Airport. So, without further ado, let's get started. Let's talk about one of the most common wide-body planes at Luton Airport, the Airbus A300. The Airbus A300 is a wide-bodied twin-jet airliner developed by Airbus between 1971 and 2007. These planes are used on cargo airlines such as MNG Airlines, DHL, FedEx Express, and United Parcel Services. Now, over at Luton Airport, I once used to see one of these A300s at Luton Airport on MNG Airlines. If you guys remember that video I made a long time ago. Usually, I see these planes at Luton pretty much every Thursday and Friday when I go up to the airport zone before I go to the Ibis for work. So, the routes these planes are used on are London Luton to Milan, London Luton to Frankfurt, and Leipzig to Luton Airport, and much more DHL routes. On MNG Airlines, these planes are sometimes used on MNG Airlines cargo flights from Istanbul to London Luton Airport, but usually pretty much every week when I see MNG Airlines operating air flights from Istanbul to London Luton, they usually do Airbus A330-200 freighter planes on those routes. Somehow, some people think these planes are similar to the Airbus A330s, but the difference is that the A300s, it has a shorter fuselage. The engines they have are either Pratt & Whitney PW4000 or General Electric CF6 engines, which are quite the same engines as the other A330 models. Not only that, the CF6s and the PW4000 engines are used on other planes, such as the Boeing 747-400, which are now cargo models, including the Boeing 767s. The PW4000 engines are also used on the Boeing 777-200ERs over on United Airlines. Now, let's talk about the Airbus A330 next. The Airbus A330 is a wide-body airliner produced by Airbus in 1992. As passenger models, these planes are used on Air Transat, Air Canada, Delta Airlines, Turkish Airlines, Cathay Pacific, Vietnam Airlines, and much more. Like I said, these planes do look similar to the A300s, but the difference is that the A330 has a longer fuselage, an increased wingspan. Some of them have the same engines, and the A330s have canted winglets on the tip of the wings. Not only the Airbus A330 uses General Electric and Pratt & Whitney engines, they use my favourite engines. You guessed it, it's the Rolls-Royce Trent 700. Back in 2017, the Airbus A330 is one of my favourite favourite planes I ever flew, because back in 2017, since I experienced them on air transit, the Rolls-Royce Trent 700 engines is one of my favourite engines I've experienced on takeoff. The Airbus A330-200 freighter, which is the cargo version, as cargo models, these planes are used on Turkish Airlines Cargo, Cathay Pacific Cargo, MNG Airlines, DHL, and much more cargo airliners across the world. Over on MNG Airlines, last year when I've been seeing these planes at Luton Airport, they used to do MNG Airlines flights from Istanbul to Luton Airport as well. And it doesn't happen very often. I predicted that last year when MNG Airlines used to run flights from Turkey to Luton using their A330s, which happen pretty much every Thursday, or at least once a week. Now, I wouldn't say these planes at Luton Airport are that rare, to be honest, but they do come to Luton pretty much every week or so. But yes, in my opinion, these planes as widebodies could be one of the least common widebody planes to appear at Luton. Now, let's talk about some of the rarest widebody planes to appear at Luton. Let's start with the Boeing 767 first. The Boeing 767 is a twin-engine wide-body airliner developed by Boeing in 1981. As passenger models, these planes are used on TUI, Delta Airlines, American Airlines, United Airlines, formerly British Airways, Atlas Air, Iceland Air, and much more. To be honest, the Boeing 767s are pretty good planes, in my opinion, because of course, back in 2018, since I experienced these planes over on Iceland Air, I had a pretty good experience. So these are good planes, to be honest. Some people may say that these planes are quite similar to the Boeing 777s, but the difference is that the Boeing 767 is slightly smaller than the 777. The landing gear sets have 4 wheels, the tail cone is rounded, and unlike the 777, the 767s do have extended large winglets, and they use Pratt Whitney PW4000 engines, General Electric CF6, and when they used to be on British Airways, they used the Rolls-Royce RB211 engines from the Boeing 757s. These planes can be very, very rare to be seen at Luton Airport because, of course, TUI, which has their main hub in Luton, or one of their main hubs, they often use Boeing 737-800s on their flights to Luton. But however, the Boeing 767s are used on empty leg flights to Luton, and they often come for maintenance. And these flights don't always happen, like every week. So that's what I think makes the 767s at Luton Airport very rare. Now, let's move on to the best and one of the most rarest planes I have seen at Luton Airport. The best, the most rarest, and the most unusual plane I have ever seen at Luton Airport is this. You guessed it, it's the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. So, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner is a two-engine wide-body airliner developed by Boeing in 2009. As passenger planes, they are used on Air Canada, British Airways, Aeromexico, American Airlines, United Airlines, Japan Airlines, Qantas, Qatar Airways, Etihad Airways, and much more airlines across the world. And yes, including TUI. So, this plane, along with the 767, which I mentioned previously, just like a 767, the Boeing 787s on TUI are used on empty leg flights to Luton Airport for maintenance, which doesn't happen every week. So that's what makes the Boeing 787 one of the most unusual planes to appear at Luton Airport. Over on Qantas, these planes are also known for being used on one of the world's longest flights, which is London Heathrow to Perth, which takes around 16 hours and 45 minutes. Now that's what I call one of the world's longest flights. Engines the Boeing 787 uses, they are either powered by Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 engines or the General Electric GNX engines from the Boeing 747-8. Right, I'm gonna put an end to the video. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And I will see you guys later. Peace out.